All right. Exercise number 2, we're going to do these with kettlebells. These are 5-pound kettlebells. Again, weight's not critical. You've got to be comfortable for you. Why a kettlebell? Because a kettlebell is going to load everything completely different. Because now these are weighted at the end of that, obviously, from the handle. So that puts a whole different force on the whole body. Makes it great for these kind of exercises. All right, so this time, what you're going to do is, again, we're going to do similar motions, whole body, hip drive, exploding these from the hips, letting the wrist be free, letting the arm just float as you drive these. So exercise number 1, he's going to take a little step forward with his left foot. Now, know too that you can have either foot forward. The more variety you use, the better. But we're going to start with his right foot, our left foot forward. Now he's going to have an underhand grip, and this is going to be like tossing a bowling ball. So he's going to come down here, but explode the hips and let that come up. But I want to notice, hopefully the video can pick it up, his wrist is relaxed. You're letting that just float and move. He's not keeping a stiff wrist. And the hips drive it, so he explodes when the hips and let the arm float.
I am gripping pretty good, so that kettlebell doesn't just...
Great point. He's not letting the kettlebell spin, because if he lets it spin in his hand, then it takes the wrist motion out. So he's got to keep that tight in the grip so the wrist will move. And now you also can do that palm down. So change the grip and work on those. Then you can do them both together. Obviously, you would do the left arm single by itself also, but for time we won't. And then the second half of this, now he's going to take it all the way overhead, drive everything back, but explode it down. Let that slam down. Let that wrist be loose. Let the arm float. Hip drive. As you can see, this is a full body workout.
Woo, yeah, it is.
But this is how you train everything around that wrist in order for overall health. Now, the third one, then he's going, so we did forward and back. Now he's going to do side to side. So same thing, like just chopping a weed. Again, notice the hip drive. He drives those hips, and then that arm swings across. Just like this. Then he can get both arms going together after he did the left arm by itself. And then the second half of this, now he's going to go up overhead and then explode it down. So explode it down.
I just want to make sure I'm going to hit something.
So explode it. Stand more upright. Don't keep bending over so far.
All right, so
there. Slam it there. But start with the hips. Drive the hips and slam it down. Now the third plane we do then is rotation. So do one arm at a time first.
Thank you.
So wrist relaxed. Drive the hip as he spins, and let that wrist just float. Excellent. Just like that. And other arm. And then combine them. Now, you don't have to combine them if you don't feel comfortable with that. Again, whatever the options, there is no wrong. Any way you want to do it is fine. So using kettlebells, different load to the whole system. Okay. Another excellent tool to have. He had 5-pound kettlebells. As you can tell, he got a good workout.
Question.
Yeah.
What if someone's got a little bit of pain and they accidentally go a little bit too far? What would you say if somebody gets a little bit of that?
Okay, so I would say if they got a little bit of pain because they accidentally went too far, they found their threshold. So the next rep means then, okay, I went to here, that caused pain, so the next one goes here. In other words, just a little bit less than where the pain started, because you don't work into pain. And that's a great point too, because if you find your because you can do this for rehabbing or prevention and maintenance without having a wrist problem. If you have a wrist pain, or elbow pain, then these are great exercises for that. Sort of like tennis elbow, which is pain on this side, golfer's elbow on this side. So, because remember, that's all connected to the wrist and hand anyway. So if you've got pain, you find your threshold, you stay out of that. You go just up to it. Okay. So you don't work into pain.
Sounds good. Thank you,
Okay.
Mark.
Okay.
I
Well,
appreciate it.
good moves. And someday you'll be able to do this.
And if you have further questions, contact us at fitness4lifept.com.